Anzisha podcast Jairus.
Nataka nianzishe.
Eh.
Okay, so thank you so much, guys, and welcome to yet another podcast session.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Sunday man.
Yeah. So Jairus here.
Vic mwenyewe karibu sana.
Yes.
To the Mjango podcast tunasema hapa ni ile place ya pure
verbal realities.
Pure.
Do that again. Pure verbal realities.
I tell you, tulisema andika kwa ukuta ya kitanda yako.
And you actually realize that the more real we become, the less time we waste.
Ni kweli.
Yes.
Brutal.
Yes. Brutal. The more real we become, the less time we waste. Yes. That's a sensitive slogan to everybody's life.
Yes. That is so true.
Yes,
I like
yes.
that.
Uh-huh.
I like that. Anyway, thank you so
take
much.
us through.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Today, I want us to talk about something I happened to collect in during the course of my reading, and it was very, very interesting to know, very, very interesting to come across. And let me just read this. Read this.
It's okay.
Generally, what the topic is about is what people tend to do when they feel or think they are free of consequences. What would you do if you are free from the consequences, or you had the leeway to do whatever you want? What would you do?
I get it.
Bro, if by any chance the law was lifted, what will happen? You know? Me, I've seen people the way they have loitered. Nakwambia what people have gone to supermarkets, bro. Akafanya looting. People would loot, bro.
But you see, by the way, I tend to think that we would have a different world to begin with.
Yes.
We would have a different world to begin with. Yeah. And I don't think if we would have, I don't think if the word wrong would make sense.
Wrong.
Yeah. Because there are no consequences.
There are no consequences.
Yes. So some words like wrong would be irrelevant.
Yeah.
Yes, it would be irrelevant.
Everything would be right.
Yes, no. Yeah. But I like this question, by the way, because it's making me think deep. Ni kama these questions where you're usually asked, if you were the president, would you complain the way you're complaining right now as a subject? You know you're a subject, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But I don't think about it. It does not bother me.
But you should remember
I'm a child of the Most High God.
Subject. When you say about, bro. Yes. So I think people would be more open in their behavior. Yeah. People will not be keen with what they are doing.
Yes.
Because come on, there are no consequences. Let's do this. At the same time, by the way, now this is a sensitive one.
Yes.
Life wouldn't be nice. It would be boring.
Why?
It would be boring.
You want to tell me it is fun to have rules?
It would be boring because yes, it's fun, by the way. It would be boring too. It's enjoyable when you know that haufai kufika somewhere.
Si nimekwambia, I told you the risk, the happiness, the pleasure is in the risk, in the danger. I told you, bro, in the taboo. Hiyo ndo unataka.
You see, by the way, considering the whole idea, too much of something is poisonous. You wouldn't know where to stop. Yes, because there are no consequences, even in boundaries that divide countries. Ukiingia another country bila ruhusa, there's a consequence.
Oh yes.
Sindio?
Yes.
But now, if there were no consequences, Hivo, I mean, you would be. I mean, you
just go about life.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So I think life would lose some meaning in a way.
To some extent.
Yeah. But then again, I tend to think, okay, you see, actually, whatever the idea that you brought up is more of hypothetical. Yeah?
Not really.
Hypothetical.
Not really, bro.
Because it's non-existent.
Yes and
it's
no.
It's non-existent.
Yes and no.
It's non-existent.
Because we have come across situations, bro, where we are free from consequences. Even though maybe they are really consequences, but the situation provided.
That's just
right now we know that there are no consequences.
I tend to think that that's just an imaginative situation, but it's not existent.
Of course, there are consequences in this one.
Yes.
But we're talking about situations. Of course, kuna situations ziko open too, and yet tunajua fine kutakuwa na consequences, but right now it will not follow me.
Are you sure you're not just being negligent?
Of course you are, but now that is the test.
But of course you know that you're not being negligent to you're being negligent.
But yes, nimeelewa. Yeah.
You're being negligent, but of course you know that you're not being negligent to you're being negligent.
Yes.
Okay. That's why nakwambia by there. You see this if there were no consequences. I mean, if
there were no consequences,
there would be a complete reverse of everything. In my perspective, this is what I think. There would be a complete reverse of everything. No, because unajua you're giving us something yenye kwanza hatuna. The thing is kuna consequences. And people are suffering from consequences even as we speak. Even right now. Even if we're not careful right now, we will suffer because of consequences.
What you are saying.
Yes. We may be sued. No. So that's when I compare. Usually when you present a situation yenye iko na if, believe you me, it will turn. There would be a complete reverse of everything. Yes, there would be a complete reverse of everything.
That's true.
Yes, no. Yeah.
And you said that I think the reason as to why we how did I put
No. I think I just remembered something that is closely related to what you think with the whole thing of what if. I think people tend to assume that I think there are no consequences. You see? So they try to put this mentality of there are no consequences. No. Yeah. And as a result, they feel free to act the way they want to act. They feel free to act anyhow. But then actually in real sense, that's not the reality.
That's not the reality.
Yes, you see? That's not the verbal reality. That's not the pure reality.
Oh, yes.
You see that? That's not the pure reality. No. Because at the end of the day, you're like, hey. So, kumbe, this was ilikuwa moto. So when you get burnt is when you remember, I thought haikuwa moto. You see? No. So I think, wow, thank you. That's a good one. It's a state of mind. Now, that's one thing that people need to drop. We need to drop such states of minds of you just trying to be imaginative and assuming things that never existed, but they exist.
Okay.
So that's what I think.
Before I become practical about this, I think the reason as to why we're saying that life would be boring if there were no rules is because we are used to already the way we know life is we have defined life as having rules.
That is what I was telling you. You would go back to my point. If we present an if situation, everything would have a complete reverse. I'm telling you. We'll have a complete. Umesema hivyo nikakumbuka juzi there is a meme niliona juzi. Ati when you are in heaven, alafu kuja uone hivi anapita, unamotaka kumpiga.
Unaanza mtandika.
Ndio alituangusha. You see now we were trying to draw back to bana. Na kama hivi angekula hiyo.
Kama hivi angekula hiki.
See that?
Hatuweza kwa tumepitia hizi mashine zote.
Kwa hivi si ndio? You see that? No. Yeah. So that's why nakwambia that's a non-existent situation. And I'm telling you, it will change everything. Itakuwa na reverse ya karibu kila kitu.
Here's the thing, bro. We're drawing closer. We are landing. We are about to land to the ground. Sasa tuongelee vitu zenye ziko kwa ground.
It's okay, but I like the attack.
Zenye tuongelee vitu ziko kwa ground. Now, the purpose of all this is to say, or rather to draw, that what are the things that are deep-seated in us that come out when we realize there are no consequences? I want you, as you're listening, we're talking to you, I want you to take some time. After Jairus, you take some time. I want you to scan through life.
Unfortunately, I'm already there.
Thank you. Fortunately, even.
Yes.
Scan through life and imagine.
Yes, thank you, fortunately.
That there are no consequences to anything that you would do. What would you do? That what you do is what we want to talk about today.
My friend, ushaisikia beasts.
Oh, God. Washaanza kujitokeza.
You'll see the real beast in people.
Now
you will see the real beast in people. I'm telling you.
Guy.
Yes.
And now that is what we are saying.
You will be like, Kumbe huyu jamaa angefika hapa.
But why? The question is why, bro? Why?
That is why it's good that we have these consequences. To actually give us a reminder. Give us a reminder. Yeah? Yeah. And let me tell you, it's very good to have regulations.
Because we have sinful nature.
You see now, utarudi hapa unauliza what if hakukuwa na sinful nature ama what if hakukuwa na sins. I'm telling you, we would have a complete turnaround. And we would be living a completely different life. Haitakuwa hivi. Who knows even kama tungekuwa na governments? Who knows hata kama tungekuwa na presidents za nini ya kufanyia nini? Governor na hakuna consequences. You see, actually the president arrests you through the police.
Yes.
Unaona? For breaking law.
Ngoja ukishuka juu ya curfew ni president amekuweka ndani.
Yes, actually ni because wenye wanakuarrest ni wafanyikazi wake. You've never heard of that? The president is the chief, the commander in chief of armed forces.
Yes.
Yeah? He commands. That's why wakipitaga president akipita hivi, those guys ni kama wewe. Ushaona vile wana behave? Ni kama hata ufai kujiguza.
Oh yes.
You see that? Yeah. So I'm telling you, we would have a completely different lifestyle. It wouldn't be the same.
We are still
It's
coming
the same.
down.
It's the same way if you are the president.
Hey. Amungependa. Acha tu niwaambie.
Unasikia?
Amungependa.
That's why nimekwambia tu sahi, umeniambia muulize hiyo swali na nimekwambia you will see the real beast in people. Unasikia tu unasema na yeye
atungependa hata nyinyi. Mbona niondanganye?
Imagine mtu kama president.
Bro, our podcast has just begun. Please, usituchomee podcast. Usituchomee podcast, bro.
No, it's just an example.
Kwanza ujamaa bila kona nguvu. We apologize.
Miguna.
Bro, utaenda nje na siasa kwanza. Today is not politics.
Kali.
But anyway,
sawa.
I want us still to land and come to the ground. The reason why I asked that, bro, you have said that we'd become beasts. You'd see the beasts in people. Yes. And that is what we want to address today. How
we will see such heights that have never been
seen before.
Yeah.
So you want to tell, of course, yes, I understand that regulations then they limit and suppress these heights that you're talking about. The regulations, they tame the beasts in us. And you see, the reason I asked that question is so that you measure the height of your beasthood. When you think of, if there are no consequences, what would you do? Measure the height of your
beasthood.
Not bestiality, but of your beasthood. Of your beasthood. If at all you imagine there are no, because I want you to think of the things you do, or rather the things you've been longing to do, but the only thing that is withholding you from doing them is the fact that you know there is a consequence and you cannot bear that consequence. For example, I want us to now be practical. I'm going to read us something here that I picked somewhere. I was reading.
It's okay.
It's going to take some time, but please follow.
No problem, it's okay.
So this person said that, let me present before you a world famous experiment. Bro, this was an experiment. Someone one day sat like us and tried to imagine, or rather pictured a scenario where there were no consequences attached. What would people really do? You know what we're trying to do here is we want to really get into the hearts of people and know what is your real intention. Pure, real intention over me, over your brother, over your sister, over your sister, your black sister. If there are no consequences, what would happen to your sister? Let me now continue.
Okay,
Let this story reveal.